NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out come the Rams down for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. The numbers a week ago for Henderson. 23, 90. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
3rd and 2. Goff. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoops all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Throw left side to Higgins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now Wilson on 1st down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Evans. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Their confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Oh, he stays up, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. And with this offense, what about DJ Fluker?
Came out of Alabama, could play tackle, could play guard. He's so big, Brandon, I think he plays both at the same time.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
This is how the defense will line up for Seattle. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. There he goes left side. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Jason Myers now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
That'll go as a loss of 5. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards.
As we've seen over
50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Goff at the Seahawks 25-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
On 2nd down now. It's Kellen, and not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
180.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now they'll run on the draw. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now it's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From left side, complete. That's Higgins. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the play.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
But that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Mikel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner.
But that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Clay Matthews in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is gone. He's going to, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Goff throwing again. That'll be caught by Cup. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ballgame. This will be caught at about the 5. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. This is Kelly. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Josh Reynolds, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Wilson now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. This throw complete, Wilson finding Lockett. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Wilson going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at third and 10. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And Myers able to knock it through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start by zooming out to Santa Clara. Arizona in town to face San Francisco, and it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And things didn't work out for him as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. 31-13 was the final. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. In the game you're watching, it was Jared Goff with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got his target, that's more. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson over the middle to Evans. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Clay Matthews, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And the blitz does come to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion.
Right back. 315. 54 miles. Hey, pick your game up.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson to the right side, and he's got more complete.
Here comes the ball. I see you, boy. I see you.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Here's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Wilson. Throw left side to Higgins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, he rifles complete, caught by Moore. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Myers' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Goff and the Rams down by a field goal. 1:56 to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock. Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Goff now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He'll look to throw. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back to throw. And he'll find Everett there, complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, look at the big man rumble. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown. Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now it's the Rams' turn. Trailing in this one now. A little under 40 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
180. 54. No chance.
Goff. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now Goff. They got him in. It's Woods. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Jaron Reed picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Seahawks, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for L.A., the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire... So long, everybody.